So back here at Wetherby, penultimate race. It's the feature, £10,000 up for grabs here. There's number 2 in shot, Dora Millar. David O'Mara's here. Should benefit from stepping up in trip, having run okay at Pontefract. Chris Dixon.
Yeah, daughter of Mondialise, who obviously was campaigned to great success in these Turnbull colours, and Dora Millar, who's won her first 2 career starts, still has some untapped potential, I think, and it might just be unlocked as she goes up in trip this afternoon.
Let's drop a couple to number 15, Highway Grey. I thought the trip might suit this 8-time winner, running into form slightly, as is often the case with Highway Grey.
Yeah, it's he's a horse that has dropped back down to a handy enough mark. You don't have to go back that far to find winning form, just the end of last year on the all-weather at Newcastle. And as you say, he's running into a little bit of form, and he might just be about to hit a peak fairly soon. So I don't think he's without a chance at a decent price.
Let's drop back to number 6. This is Wintercrack, was behind Maxi King, the subsequent Newmarket winner. Wintercrack. I know John Hunt likes this horse's chances tonight. And this filly, the drying ground, has that compromised her chance?
I think it probably has. She's a daughter of the Guineas winner Speciosa by Cracksman. She has thrived on deep ground in the past, and there were the prevailing conditions when she won on her return to action at Pontefract. Backed that up with a good run in defeat at Ripon on her most recent start. That was behind Maxi King, who has gone on to further success down at Newmarket since, and it was a good effort from Wintercrack, but I do think that she's better on a slower surface.
There's number 5, that's Roxanne. No red light, but a red hood. What do we think to the chances of Roxanne?
Well, she was quite prolific in Germany, wasn't she? And then came over to the UK, ran very well, I thought, at Chelmsford at a time when the Yards horses were needing the run. Didn't build on that at Doncaster, but she was very keen on slow ground and might be a forgivable effort. So she might just bounce back. I think judged on the Chelmsford effort, she's got a bit of potential.
Let's drop back a couple to the hooped cap of Joe Fanning on number 11, Lockville. Now, this horse has been held up a couple of times at Bath and at Windsor as well. Loves to come from off a pace, and being held up tonight has been no bar to success. In fact, it's been something of a boon.
Yep, plenty of horses coming from off the gallop to win this evening, and she comes into this race in good form. Still unexposed as well, this filly. She's only had the 8 career starts. She's got 1 win on the board. That was on a testing surface at Bath on her penultimate start, but she showed that she's fully effective on quicker ground when not beaten far at Windsor on her most recent start.
The City of York is just down the 12.24 that runs down the back straight here at Wetherby, and number 4 is City of York, who ran well at Lingfield over this trip, and Hayley Turner riding this hooded 4-year-old City of York.
Yeah, runs in the colours of
number 4,
Alan Pickering, who names all his horses after various places in Yorkshire or Yorkshire landmarks. And City of York, I think, is quite an interesting runner. Wasn't beaten that far for all that he was 5th of 7 when last seen at Lingfield. That was the closest that he got in his 3 starts following a break. He did manage to put 3 wins on the board last year. 2 of them came on really deep ground, but I don't think he's reliant on the ground being really testing. And I just wonder whether this sort of test today might suit him a little bit more.
Chris, this next one, number 10, Tango Man, absolutely intriguing. First run for George Bowie, first run since a wind-up, first run in cheek pieces, and beaten in handicap debut or on handicap debut at Haydock. What do we think to this horse's chances? There's so many variables. First run since gelded as well.
Yeah, well, if you go back to his Haydock run when he was 5 lengths second to Poet Master, that was a really good effort. He was getting a bit of weight from that one, but Poet Master has obviously done well and franked the form plenty of time since. Tango Man has been off a good while, but as you say, there's a few things that are different. There's the application of headgear, there's the wind surgery, there's a new stable. There are a few things, and it wouldn't be a shock if he did better, and he has been quite strong in the market through the day, I think.
Yeah, high profile colours, Ammo Racing, 317 days off for Tango Man. They're on the way down to the start for the feature, the Vickers.bet handicap over 10 furlongs.
Quite prolific in Germany, wasn't she? And then came over to the UK, ran very well, I thought, at Chelsea. Quite prolific in Germany, wasn't she?
Yeah, there are the runners down at the post for this 8:30 contest. Vickers.bet handicap over Armanda Court. A big field, 16 going to post for this one. Clear Angel 5-2. Lochville 9-2. Wintercrack 11-2. City of York 17-2. Roxanne 10-1. Tangoman 10-1. 11-1 Dora Milaje. Anjo Benita is 16s. Highway Grey 22s. 25-1 Bushfire. ET 33s. 33s Typical Woman. Desert Emperor 40s 50. And bigger the rest. Incidentally, Tango Man bidding to give George Bowie his first winner at Wetherby. Peter, are you more of a tango man or is it strictly ballroom?
That's a great question, isn't it? Yeah. I've done a bit of salsa in my time, Tom, which you probably don't need that image in your head. But yeah, Chris?
I've eaten a bit of salsa. I drank a bit of tango, but I like the apple one best.
Yeah, nice one. OK, I'll meet you at the tower at Blackpool. Right, they're down at the start then for this one. City of York 17-2, a big price. Interesting what you said about the owner of that horse. Likes to show landmarks, name his horses after landmarks in Yorkshire, Chris.
Yeah.
A bit like David Armstrong, the other side of the Pennines. He does that with his. Alan
bred City of York because he owned the mare Primrose Valley as well. You ever go to Primrose Valley?
No, I haven't been there. No.
Like a holiday park.
Yeah, that's probably why I've not been. Just try and stay away from those places. Yeah, but tell me.
When we were kids, there was like a toboggan run thing there.
Yeah, all right, okay. Yeah, fabulous.
Anyway.
Tell me about the form.
I think City of York might have a bit of a chance here. Thought, looking back at those runs over a mile last year, that 10 furlongs might suit, and obviously had a go over the trip at Lingfield last time out for the first time, and that form doesn't look bad. Dancing in Paris, the horse who was second, came out to win subsequently. I think it was a sound enough effort. The winner, Esmeralda, was completely unexposed going into it, and I wonder whether there might be a little bit more to come from City of York over this sort of trip. They could go a decent gallop here. There's a few possible front runners on the cards, and I suspect he'll be ridden with a bit of patience. So again, it's not a race that I've had a bet in, but at the prices I was almost tempted to back him. He's one of the more likely types for me.
Yeah, OK, well, they're going in. We are still running a little bit behind time. We had a hold up to the third or fourth race, but hoping to get that back just before the last race on the card. The betting going through. Clear Angel, we didn't dwell too long on Clear Angel. Maybe this horse deserves a bit more airtime. What do you think to Susan Corbett's horse's chances? The drying ground, does that compromise that one's chances?
No, I don't think it does. Effective on this kind of surface, I think. It's not like it's really quick ground. And the trip which he's trying for the first time will be easier to get when conditions are as they are today. It's a bit of a doubt as to whether or not he'll stay, but you can kind of see why they're giving it a go, given how he's run on a couple of occasions recently.
Yeah, OK, this Tango Man, as I said, is absolutely fascinating, though. A long absence to overcome, first run since being gelded, wind operation, and first-time cheek pieces as well. If this horse bolts up, you might regret not having had at least a saver on the horse. Roxanne, the aforementioned, is 10-1. Go on.
Drifted back out. I was looking at the price that he was. He had been supported, I think, earlier on in the day, but he's drifted back out now, hasn't he? Highway Grey is quite a big price for a horse that might just be finding a little bit of form. Dora Malai is still unexposed. I think this is a decent race. I think there's a few of them that have got a bit of interest going forward.
And being one of them. Highway Grey's waiting to load as well, and also Anjo Bonita. This is Roxanne. Anjo Bonita next. Thank you, Peter. And Highway Grey completes the lineup. 1.25 miles the race distance this time. All in. They're off and racing. And a couple were quite slowly away there. Highway Grey and City of York, who tries to make ground now up the inside. But away well was Anjo Bonita, who comes through together with Abbey Gardens to force the issue early. Wintercrack sits in a close third, and then comes Tango Man back in fourth place. They're already well strung out through the first quarter of a mile. Behind Tango Man races both E.T. and also Lochville towards the inside in sixth position. They're followed through by Roxanne, now on the wide outside, running quite keenly. Tracking her is Typical Woman, and in the middle of the pack early is Tessie Lad. Further back, Clear Angel, racing with only 4 or 5 maximum behind, no more than that, as ahead of it now races the improving City of York after that somewhat slow start. Desert Emperor is one of those towards the back end of the field, sharing last place with Very Excellent, and I'd say now that Clear Angel has only got those 2 behind. So the favourite, with plenty of rivals ahead as they move towards the home straight, is Anjo Benita, who shows the way from Wintercrack in second place and Abbey Gardens in third. Behind those races Roxanne. Roxanne is just ahead still of Tango Man, who is followed by Lockville as they straighten up for home. Lockville now followed through by E.T. on the wide outside, and wider still, Typical Woman's trying to get there. Dora Milaje is in behind those, and behind Dora Milaje is Clear Angel, who's still got loads of them to come past as they move on now right across the track inside the final 2 furlongs. And now Lockville up the middle of the track, coming home very strongly indeed to lead, chased by Dora Milaje. Far side, Tango Man and Highway Grey both running well. City of York staying on very nicely indeed. But this is Lockville, who has cleared right away, scampering home like a real good one here. Under Joe Fanning, Lockville bolts up from Dora Milaje in second place. It was Tango Man just for third, ahead of Bushfire, who got home fourth, and Highway Grey came next. I'm afraid we never really saw the favourite tonight, Clear Angel, well beaten.
Yeah, it's not happened for Clear Angel at all, has it, John? Number 11, Lockville, though, travelled really well through the race and absolutely bolts up under Joe Fanning for Alan King. 9-2 the price. Dora Milaje has just run into one at these weights this evening, and third was Tango Man. So a big performance from the winner, a really big performance actually. Very, very impressive that. Bolts up, Chris.
Yeah, wins very easily, and a solid, in form and steadily progressive filly for Alan King and his team. Joe Fanning on the board for the night and has scored decisively. Dora Milaje in second. She's run really well in defeat, and she's going away from the others late on. She's really been suited by this trip and will probably get a little bit further, but certainly for now this sort of trip seems to have brought about some short-term improvement, and she's well